Well, it's one weekend down in the 2015 NCAA tournament. Is your bracket totally busted? Hey, everybody, it's Ed the Trainer. So in one of the craziest rounds of 64 that we've seen, as many of you may know, only one person was perfect through the first 32 games, and now only 14 people correctly picked the entire Sweet 16. Even more impressive when you consider that that's out of 11.5 million brackets submitted at ESPN.com. Hours and hours spent looking at matchups, picking potential upsets, and making tough decisions. And again, most of us are far from perfect, despite our tireless research and preparation. And that's what we're going to talk about next on this week's March Madness edition of Tips on Tuesday. So be honest, how many of us spent more than an hour looking at teams' records and individual matchups and all those other relevant storylines prior to filling out your NCAA brackets this year? More than 2 hours? How about 3? And if you're saying right now, Ed, I have no idea what an NCAA bracket is, just hang with me. You'll understand this in a minute. You see, while lots of us spend far too much time examining data and trends and making our tournament picks each year, often you see stories circulate about those winning brackets chosen solely on the basis of things like the more dominant mascot or favorite colors or just asking your 3-year-old's opinion. No matter how sound we believe that our facts and reasoning are, no matter how strong the data or the trend, others just have an instinct, and they go with it. In other words, while a lot of us deliberate to the point of exhaustion, there's always a group just willing to make the decision and move on. You see, the comfort level with decision-making amongst those in that group is different. There's a confidence. It comes from experience in not only making the decision, but living with the consequences as well. Of course, most of them have already prepared for the numerous possible end results. And see, like anything, even good decision-making comes with practice. I mean, how else do we build confidence in making decisions and sticking to them unless we force ourselves to practice making them regularly? But wait, isn't it just easier to wait idly by for somebody else to make the decisions? After all, then if things don't go well, it's someone else's fault, right? Then what do you do if you actually do have to make a decision? In worst case, the possible consequences of that decision, they may be so petrifying that you choose to do nothing. This is where the idea of paralysis by analysis comes from. And that's fast becoming an epidemic. Follow and blame, or just sit still and do nothing. Now, listen, I realize that the majority of us have likely made some decisions in our lives that range anywhere from poor all the way up to disastrous, but do your past mistakes mean that you're completely incapable of any good judgment moving forward? Consider today as your new start. And each and every day thereafter, make a choice, a simple decision. If at first you're hesitant, make it simple. Instead of saying, I don't care, where do you want to go? When you're planning lunch today, you choose. It's hugely important, however, that you remember that no day will ever be the perfect time, the perfect situation, or the perfect set of circumstances to guarantee an exact outcome. Come to grips with that. Things often don't work out exactly the way you plan, and that's okay. Sometimes those surprises can be very good, but they'll never come if you don't act, if you don't move forward under your own influence. The others that you're waiting to direct you to make decisions for you, do you think that you are first on their list of concerns? I mean, certainly they may be well-intentioned, but no one looks out for you like you. If you think that you're the only one out there hearing those voices, right? Reminding you of past mistakes and the risks of possibly making them again, you're wrong. Look around you. Look to your left. Look to your right. We all hear them too. It's just a matter of making the decision to ignore them and create a new reality for yourself, a new history of good judgment on your own terms. You want something different? Be different. Time's ticking. Now, it's time to make a decision on the question of the week. In 1988, hardly anyone chose the 6th seed, 11-loss Kansas Jayhawks to advance from the Midwest region, let alone win the entire tournament. In the comments section below me, give me the team's nickname that year. We'll choose a winner from all the correct answers submitted by the end of business today. Also, if you've not yet subscribed, make another quick click below me over here. I really appreciate you spending a few minutes with me today, guys. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you soon.